All right. Shy. So glad you decided to log in today. Here's the link. I'm trying to do multiple things here that I've been directed to do, so bear with me. All right. Yesenia, thanks for logging in. Here is the link to the Nearpod.
Hello.
Hello. I think I have not shared my screen yet. Am I right? I am not with it yet today. I think it's the weather.
Hello.
Hello. I think I have not shared my screen yet. Am I right? I am not with it yet. Okay. I think it's the weather. I think I have not shared my screen yet. Am I right? I'm hearing like multiple. Okay. It's very bizarre. I think it's the weather. I have not shared my. I'm
I
hearing like
can't hear you no
multiple.
more.
It's very bizarre. I think it's the weather.
Yeah, I can't hear you either that well.
I'm
I
hearing like
can't hear you no more.
multiple. It's very bizarre.
Like I hear like another background, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I haven't said anything for a while and I'm hearing multiple like echoes. It's weird.
Are you
Welcome,
recording on
Quincy.
YouTube?
Yeah, it's very bizarre. I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe you have the sound on. Like I
I
hear like
think.
another background, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I haven't said anything for a while and I'm hearing multiple like echoes. It's weird.
Are you
Welcome,
recording on
Quincy.
YouTube?
Yeah, it's very bizarre. I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe you have the sound on. Like I
I
hear like
think.
another background, but I can't hear you. That is so funny though.
While and I'm hearing multiple like echoes. It's weird.
It keeps
Welcome,
repeating
Quincy.
itself.
I know it's very weird, and I did start.
Maybe you
I
have the
did go
sound
live with
on.
YouTube, and this is the first time I've ever done that, so it's really kind of bizarre.
That is so funny though.
Yeah, well, I'll work it out. Hang with
Can
me.
I have the
Bear with
link?
me. I'm
It
sending the
keeps
link
repeating
out for
itself.
everyone. I know it's very weird, and okay.
It's probably from the YouTube thing, like you have the sound on.
Yes, I think you're right. I think I just clicked on my image and it stopped like the recording, and it also turned off the audio, and we'll see if this helps. Okay.
Yeah, I think that happened to one of our teachers before. That's why I asked if that happened. Because I had
Is-
an idea.
So it's a learning curve for me. I've never used it before. Hopefully, yeah, it'll work out okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Ah, personally, I like Zoom. I know how to use Zoom. This YouTube, it's easier for me to upload my video to give you access if you want to watch than it is for me to go live. I don't know. It's just bizarre. So bear with me. Answer my poll question if you could. I'm not sure what is happening. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and record via Zoom just to be on the safe side because it just to me is a lot more effective in my opinion. And I only have 2 monitors and I can only watch so much going on at a time. So now
Miss
I
Scott,
can't.
I can't hear you that well. You're a little bit quieter. Like I can hear you, but I can't hear you that well.
I'm going to check my audio settings yet again. Looks like I'm okay.
You know what? I'll just get headphones.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Michael, Serenity, Shy, Tristan, Adrian, Darby, and Quincy for logging into the Nearpod and answering my question. If you have logged in and you have not logged into the Nearpod, or I have not sent you the link, I am going to try and send those out right now. Usually I do this individually, but I've been trying to work out these technical difficulties. Okay.
It sounds like you're about to say definite.
Okay, so I'm sending out individual links. I know Michael's in, I know Shy's in, and let's see who else. Quincy, Serenity, Shy, and Tristan. Yes, okay. So we're good. Everybody that should be logged
Mine's just
in.
taking a long time.
Yeah, it's just like the weather or something. I don't know. It's supposed to get cold here next week. It's supposed to get cold there next week. So maybe this is just a precursor to what we're going to deal with. Okay. So today I thought it would be a good idea if I did like a little introduction so that you can understand the lesson 3 that we're going to go into for unit 3. We're still in unit 3. We probably won't start unit 4 till Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving break, maybe. All right. Cameron, I just sent you the link to the Nearpod. So my question for you today, pretty easy question to answer. What do you think is more important, sales or income? And the majority of you have indicated that you feel that both are equally important. I'm actually going to do a shared screen here and show you my pie chart so far is indicating that most of you, 50%, think that they're both equally as important. I can't argue with that decision. Sales are important because they generate income. And income is important because it's what keeps the business going, regardless of the type of business.
You didn't let me get to choose.
I'm just sharing. You can still answer the poll question. It's still there. Good afternoon, Gabe. Thanks for logging in. I'm going to send you the Nearpod link so you can log in and respond to my poll question. Excellent. Looks like everybody has answered. So today's lesson is an introduction to sales and income reports. Well, we're really just going to kind of touch base on it. By the end of the lesson, you will understand some key concepts and some terminology that we use when we're talking about sales and income. You will understand how you can calculate total sales and income from some given information. You can create a simple sales report summarizing findings and interpret the results of the sales report to make some informed decisions. Yes, Serenity, you have a question or you want to read?
No, I want to read.
Excellent. I would always encourage you to do so. And if there's ever anybody else who wants to read, please speak up. I'll be happy to hand the mic over to you.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. Sales, the exchange of goods or services for money. Re, 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 revenue. Wait. Revenue.
Revenue.
Revenue. The total income generated from sales before any expenses are deducted. Profit. The amount of money remaining after all expenses are subtracted from revenue. Income. Money received especially on a regular basis for work or through investments. Expenses. The cost incurred in the process of earned revenue. Report. A document that presents information in a organized format for a special audience.
All right. So a report is a document that you generate. It's organized in a format for a specific audience. Normally, you're going to take any type of sales or income report to either your department or to your board. The board of directors of the business will help you to make some informed decisions about how to proceed moving forward when we're talking about making changes. Shai, you have your hand up.
I wanted to read.
Excellent. And Serenity, your hand is up as well. Do you want to read a slide?
I want to read after Shy goes.
Could you say that again?
I want it to read after Shy goes.
Oh, okay. So noted. So let's lower our hands and I'll leave Serenity's up as a reminder. But Shy, it's all you.
Introduction to sales concepts. Sales involve exchanging goods or services for money. Key terms include revenue, profit, and sales. Think about your favorite store. When you buy something, that's a sale.
Right. So whenever you go into a store, when you buy something, that business considers that a sale. Take this one as well, Shy, and then we're going to switch back to Serenity. And then Yesenia, did you want to read as well?
Understanding sales terminology. Revenue is the total income from sales. It represents the money generated from selling goods or services before any expenses are deducted. Profit is what you have left or after subtracting expenses from revenue. Sales are the actual transactions that occur when customers buy products.
Right. So when there are sales, you're generating revenue. Revenue is just another word for income. They're interchangeable. And you obtain this revenue through selling goods or services. Now, profit is what you have left over after you deduct your business's expenses from the sales. Or profit is what you subtract the expenses, as this says, from your revenue or income. Now, a business can have what we call a net profit, or it can have a net loss. A net loss occurs when you have your expenses are greater than your revenue. Everybody with me so far? Okay, Serenity.
Okay, hang on. Let me get to the page. It says sales are extensive. Wait, what
Essential.
is that, ma'am? I can't say the word.
Essential.
Essential for businesses as they generate income, sustain operations, and drive growth. Understanding sales is critical for success because it helps businesses assess their performance, generate income for the business, sustain daily opportunities, drive growth, and expansion, help assess businesses performance.
So sales are essential in order for the business to survive, because the money that you earn in revenue helps to sustain your daily operation of that business. It pays for the electricity, the water, it pays the employees who work for you. In turn, it drives growth so that the business can expand. So it drives growth and expansion. And watching your sales or your revenue grow is going to help you make determinations on how your business is performing and whether you can, in fact, expand. So I have a couple of interactive slides, and then Yesenia, I'm guessing you want to read. So we're going to do a
Yes.
Okay, we're going to do a collaborate, and then I have an open-ended question, and then I will call on you to read. So my question now is, as we wait, this is to discuss key sales terms with your peers. The key sales terms that we used, what did they mean to you? So sales terms would be things like revenue. Messiah, thank you for logging in. I think maybe we had an issue with time change differences. I'm glad we got to class today. Here is the link to the Nearpod so you can log in and interact with us.
What does the question mean?
It says, well, you're supposed to talk, with each other about some of the terms that we've covered so far: revenue, sales, growth, expansion. What do these mean to you?
Oh, and that thing right there that I put in the chat, that was an accident.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to delete that? I can. All right.
It's okay, I already did.
Cool.
To be honest, I just guessed. I just guessed on it.
Is it asking like,
Well, pick a sales term. So,
selling?
yeah, have you ever gone into a store where you wanted to buy something and you were approached by a salesperson and they talked you into buying something else?
Nope, that never happened to me.
Never happened to you?
No. I don't really go to the store that much. I'm more of a home person. Like sometimes I would go, but sometimes I know.
One of these days I'll figure out this whole YouTube thing because I'm not sure what's going on there. So we put a cool, interesting collaborate interactivity here, but it doesn't really give me any information. Key sales term and their significance. What is a key sales term? What do you obtain when you sell something as a business owner? Excellent. Income is very important. So what is another word for income?
Revenue.
Exactly. Revenue.
Revenue.
Yes. Very important. So what is another word for income?
Miss Sky, something so weird is happening. Like every time you're talking, it doesn't match your
Exactly.
thing.
Revenue. Yes. It's like a lag between Zoom and YouTube, and it's very bizarre.
Yeah, like when I saw you muted and talking, I was like, huh?
Okay, let's go to the next question. I have a major issue with this live thing. I guess I'm gonna have to work on it
Maybe
a
you
little
can
bit.
look at some tips.
Yeah, definitely will need to do that over the weekend and figure it out because I've never used it before, like I said, and there seems to be a huge lag. So like how many windows am I supposed to have open on my computer screen? Like 20? I only have 2 monitors. What I'm asking you to do now is I jumped out of that collaborate board because it was rather unclear, the question. And I'll be honest with you, I did not create that Nearpod. So um, this one I get it. Explain in your own words what sales mean and why they are important. So think about a particular business that you go to, whether it's a restaurant or a retail store, or whatever it may be, a dog groomer, veterinarian, whatever. These business is business. Think about how sales affect this business that you know, and it will help you to answer this question.
You said to
Miss Sky, can you read mine and see how you like it?
I was gonna ask like when it means think about how sales affect businesses, does it mean like thinking about how it can affect the business and money?
Exactly.
Okay. Like affect in a good way or a bad way? Like losing money or
Either.
something. Okay.
Either, because sales can affect, if you don't have any sales, that's going to affect the success of the business. Am I correct? Okay, now all my screens have like went and disappeared.
Miss Sky.
Yes.
Never mind.
Yeah, I just sent you a response, right? So I'm seeing some great answers, or I should say responses. It's not really a question, it's an explanation on your part. Okay, good examples.
Could I use the restroom?
Yes, I am going through and I'm providing some input. Okay, so I am just waiting for a couple of people to provide a response. Once that is done, I'd like to share some of them. In fact, Serenity has asked if she could read her response. There were a lot of good explanations here of what sales are and why they're important. Cameron, Madison, and Messiah, I'm waiting for a response from you. I'd love to see this get from 77% up to 100% participation. That would be super. 2 more minutes to provide an answer. Thank you, Messiah. Excellent. Thank you, Madison. Okay. Yay. Thank you, Cameron. This is the first time I think I've ever seen 100% participation. You all are outstanding on this Friday. A 100%. Bravo. So, Serenity, go ahead. I'm going to actually share yours and you can read it.
Okay. I said that I said sales is the active or business of exchanging products, services, or assets of money. It represents the transfer of ownership of goods from a seller to a buyer in exchange for a specific amount of money or other valuable consideration.
So, where did we find this information? Is this your words?
Mine, I went back through the Nearpods.
Excellent, excellent. It's great to know what the resource was that you used. So now we have Yesenia wants to read hers as well. So let me find it and she can read hers. And then we're going to move forward.
Sorry, I kind of froze. Sales means wait. Okay. Sales means making money for a business and earning cash from your customers. In sales, if you don't listen to the feedback from your customers, you could lose customers and interest from other people buying your product or etc. Your business could shut down forever.
Right. If you're not making money, you're not generating any revenue, your business is not going to be in business for long. With every business, you have the expense of creating the product. You also have to have those expenses to keep the business up and running. Electricity to run the computers, and I need your telephone. Seriously, if you're not generating any revenue, then your now mine screen has frozen. Anyway, if you're not generating any revenue, your business is not going to remain in business for long. So let's go ahead and go on. Now, let's look at understanding income and expenses. Like I said, income and revenue are basically the same thing. They're interchangeable words. Yes, Serenity.
Can I read?
Yes.
Okay. Income is the money earned from sales or services, while expenses are the costs incurred in running a business. Understanding these concepts is critical for managing finances effectively. Can you think of examples each?
Can you think of an example of each of these? Income or expense? What would be an expense? You can either unmute and share your thought verbally, or you could type a response in the chat. And I did not forget, Yesenia, you asked to read as well. So.
It doesn't as expense like is like salaries or like utilities.
Very good. Yes, salaries and utilities. What about income?
Maybe like a paycheck.
For you as an individual, yes, your paycheck. That would be your income or your revenue that you're earning.
Or like salaries and tips.
Salaries and tips. Yes. Sorry. Yes, Shy. You get money, your income from a check, and expenses are things that you use that money to pay for. Yesenia, your turn to read this particular slide. Yes, Serenity, I have a question.
Wait, was I muted the whole time?
Yes, you were.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There are several types of income that individuals can earn. Understanding these types can help in financial planning and investment decisions. Sales income. Money earned from selling products. Investment income. Earnings generated from investments. Passive income. Income from sources like rental properties.
Excellent. So there are different types of income. You can get income from sales or through your investments, or we call passive income is money that, and I think this is kind of confusing because we've broken it down into investment and passive. To me, passive, the example that they're giving you here, this rental income, rent that people pay you. To me, the property you purchased is an investment, so it's kind of could be looked at as either one. So let's see. Serenity, you had your hand up, and Shy.
I just wanted to read.
Okay. Shy, did you want to read as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Serenity and then Shy.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Expenses can be fixed, like rent, which stay the same each month. These costs are predictable and help businesses plan their budget effectively. On the other hand, hang on. That was kind of funny. Can I read the next page?
Oh, we've got to finish this one. On the other hand, expenses can also be variable, like supplies. This is a variable expense is something that's going to change from month to month. Both of these types of expenses are crucial because they're going to affect how much profit your business makes. So fixed, they stay the same. Rent, mortgage, car payment, those types of things stay the same every single month. Variable expenses change from month to month. Your utilities, their amounts of electricity use or water, these are going to vary from month to month. And we have a poll, and then Shy, you're going to read. Which do you think is more important for a business? Income, expenses, both are equally important, or it varies by business? Wow, what's going on? I have several people that do not have their camera on. I need Messiah, Joella, Adrian, Madison, Michael, Gabe, Ayana, and Darby. Y'all turned your cameras off. Not
Miss
good.
Sai, for the reason why I didn't have my camera on because I was like, my thing just kicked me out. So
That I know. You froze up and then you had to log back in. I get it. So believe me, if I have to be on camera, you have to be on camera.
Sorry, like whenever I join the Zoom, it automatically turns off my camera and I didn't realize it was off.
Well, I'll keep my eye on it and remind you. So I am seeing that one of the interesting things about going live on YouTube is that the only person that shows is me, which is I think the way it's supposed to be. Even though I have focus turned on, you all can't see each other. That's correct? Right. So
yeah, we can't
weird,
see anybody.
weird. Um, my computer's doing some bizarre things. All of a sudden, wow, very weird. Now all I can see is my gallery of y'all and very bizarre. Bear with me. It's just one of those challenging days. Okay, so which do you think is more important? Well, the majority of you, not everyone answered, but most of you have indicated that it's both being equally important, and that is actually quite true. If you didn't have the expenses, how could you run the business? If you don't have the income, how can you pay the expenses? So they're equally as important. Shy, would you read this for me, please? This is a calculation. We're going to do a little math today.
Calculating total sales. To find total sales, we can use a simple formula. This formula helps us calculate how much money we make from selling items. Here's how it works. Total sales equals number of items sold times price per item. This formula multiplies the number of items sold by the price of each item. Let's practice this together.
So let's see if she had built something in here. No, not really. So I'm going to go on to do an example. To find our total sales, we use it very simple. It's the sales are equal to the number of items you sold and the price per item. So if you were to buy, and I'm going to throw this out at Gabe because I know he's a huge fan of Nintendo Switch. If you were to buy 5 Nintendo Switch, how much would your total sales be? Somebody came into your store and they bought 5 Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, that does depend on the price.
Oh, this doesn't have anything to do with like
No, I'm asking you
businesses.
to kind of use your
Wait,
imagination.
no, can I ask? I mean, can I tell you something that happened yesterday? My Switch.
Sure. If it
It just
relates,
random. I was just playing. I was just playing Fortnite, and then I stopped playing, and I put in a charger, and then it randomly just turned orange, like the whole entire screen. So I tried to turn it off, and it just stayed there. I searched it up on Google, and it says it's the screen of death. And I got really creeped out. So I tried the off button the whole entire time, and it turned off. And then it showed the Nintendo thingy. I was so scared it was gonna stay like that forever, though.
But that's okay. It turns back on once you hold it for 12 seconds.
so there's your answer.
Honestly, it didn't take me 12 seconds. It took me more like, I don't know, a pretty long time.
Yeah,
I
if
felt
That
like
never
I had to
happens to
sit.
me.
if all else
So-
That was like my
Oh.
first time that ever happened to me.
What wing of death never works again?
Yeah, that would be the Xbox. Yep, and blue screen would be, I don't know, PlayStation or computer. Yeah.
And at first, if you know a Switch, a Nintendo Switch, you know that they have a eShop. And when I first saw the orange, I thought the eShop was opening up, but it just stayed there. So I started like panicking.
Normally when that happens to me, I just wait and do something else. Wait until it's done. Do something in the meantime.
So, in order to calculate your total sales, you're going to take the price of the item that was sold times the number of those items that were sold, and that will give you your total sales. So here's an example. Calculating total sales is very straightforward. If you sell 10 items at $5 each, the total sales can be calculated using multiplication. Number of items sold times the price per item. In this case, we had 10 items, $5 each. That's going to equal $50. So what if you sold 8 items at $7 each? How much would you make then? You can tell me in the chat. Simple multiplication. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Shy. So one other thing, thank you, Serenity. One other thing that you need to take into consideration here is if you sold 8 at $7, you earned a total sales amount of 56. But how much did it cost to produce that item? Say it costs $5 to produce a $56 item. You then have to reduce your sales by the expense of making it. So now and then thank you, Cameron. That's a great point, y'all. So business has to pay taxes. And this is a simple, straightforward calculation. We're not even adding the state sales tax onto. We're just talking straightforward response here. I think I'm going to save this one for Tuesday. I'm trying to think of one we need again. Wednesday, I guess, because Tuesday is a holiday. We don't have class. So we're going to talk about sales data and what you can generate and use that sales data for. Right now, we only have about 15 minutes left in class. So I don't know how many questions here. You know, sales data is going to help the business track how it's performing and make decisions. It's kind of like the report card that you all get every quarter that shows how well you're doing in your studies. Well, the sales data report is a business's report card. So here's 3 quick questions. And back to that point about taxes, that's going to depend upon what state you live in, and in some cases, what county. So I'm going to give you a heads up in the chat directly to you. If I see that you have not answered a question correctly, I'm going to send you a message to let you know which one to look at. Bravo, Shy, Tristan, Hannah, and Gabe. All 3 questions correct. So 3 out of 3, bravo. Yep. I'm sending out celebration here.
Miss Sky, what does it mean? Wait. Sorry, I heard my mom open the door. I was gonna ask, what does the celebration emoji mean?
That means you got them all correct.
Oh, yay!
Did I get all mine correct?
Who was that? I don't have my,
Serenity.
not seeing you. Oh, way down at the bottom. Yes, they're all correct. Did you have to log back in?
Yeah, I like exit out of the whole thing, and then like I exit out of Zoom and everything, so I had to like log back into everything.
Uh-oh. All right, so let me do this. Let me get rid of the duplicate so we don't get. There, that should correct it. So let's quickly. We don't have a lot of time. Everybody has answered all of the questions. Adrian's in the process, almost done. Right now, Michael and Cameron, look at question 3 again. So it looks like we have a cool little math calculation to do here. If a store sells 50 items at $20 each, what's the total sales? Well, 50 times 20, yes, is 1,000. $1,000, yay. A bakery sells 30 cakes for $15 each. What's the total sales? 450. Excellent. And if a shop sells 25 shirts for $25 each, how much total sales does the shop make? 625. Now my question is this, well, how much does it cost to produce or make each shirt? If it's $5, 5 times 25, you would have to reduce your 625 by that cost. Excellent. Funny, you say yeah, I love math. I think that's cool. I actually, a couple of years ago, taught math and there weren't any business classes for me to teach. So I taught math.
So did our English teacher. She taught math for 12 years.
Yeah, cool. Well, you know what? It's really important to understand math. It is it's going to be used in no matter what job you choose to do. No matter what you choose to do in life, you're going to need to know math. Just like you need to know how to read.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, creating a sales report, a simple one anyway. It is going to summarize all your sales data over a specific period. And it's really important for you to understand how much money your business is making. I teach QuickBooks online as well. And that is an application, an online application that can generate these types of reports for businesses. Yes, Serenity.
I want to read the next page. Or I want to read.
I thought that now would be a really good time for us to go ahead and stop, and I will continue this presentation on Wednesday.
Okay.
It's 1:24. Yes, we are done at 1:30. That's 6 minutes. Do any of you have questions about assignments that you have not finished?
Miss Sky, do I have any assignments that I'm missing?
Let me see.
If you do, can you tell me?
I can tell you. Let me see.
Who was what? Oh, that's my baby sister.
So it looks like a lot of you have not turned in discussion 1. So I think what I will do is I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna view this as a student and drag it over and show you where it is. So this is your class under modules. And if you come into Unit 3, Marketing and Sales, Unit 3, Discussion 1, it was due on Halloween, which was last Friday, a week ago. If you click on that, it gives you the prompt. So many companies brand their products
Miss-
according to Ginger.
Miss Sky, can you send the link, because I'm trying to look for the direct message you gave me, but it's not showing up on my Zoom. I don't know why.
Interesting. So I made a note for myself, watch videos on how to go live on YouTube, because like I said, learning curve here, not familiar with it. Want to make sure that we're not going to have this happen next week. Darby, which link are you talking about? Oh, for this? For the discussion? This is the one that it looks like most
I
people
gave it to her.
have not done. So 129 on a Friday. Hoping you all have a fabulous weekend.
Bye.
We have no class on Tuesday, so I will see you Wednesday. Tuesday's a holiday. It's Veterans Day.
Bye.
Actually, it's 2 holidays.
2 holidays?
Yeah. I forgot the second one. But I know it was Veterans Day.
Well, have a
Anyways.
fantastic.
Bye.
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 Bye.